don't you hate it when you've been talking for 20 minutes to a video and then realise you didn't actually press record? So you've just wasted 20 minutes of your life. And I had some real good tidbits and I can't be bothered. Anyway, here we go. Take 2. Let's get straight into it. As you can see, look at this awesome Silver Surfer cover there. This is a Marvel Fireside book, actually. So these are, well, the Fireside range started kind of reprinting all the Silver Age books, but in this case, this was the first one to have actually an all-new story that was done by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So I've started picking up these Fireside books. I think they're actually really good. Great reprints. And these are all from the 70s as well. So from right around, I think these are the first ever reprints actually. If I'm, no, are they? No, they're not. No, they're not. Don't listen to me. But in like graphic novel form anyway, they are. I think Marvel Tales obviously reprinted a few of them in the Silver Age. But yeah, this is really cool because it's as I said, it's a story that's never was released in comics. So pick it up. It's great artwork on the front and back. And so yeah, it kind of goes with this. This is the origins of Marvel Comics, again on a Fireside book. I've noticed actually these books are actually picking up in value. A lot of the collectors are going after these now. I don't blame them because they are cool books with loads of different issues reprinted. And a little blurb from Stan Lee, probably bigging himself up, saying how amazing he was for coming up with these ideas, etc, etc, etc. And the final one I've got is the Bring On the Bad Guys one. So the origins of all the Marvel villains. And look at that awesome cover by John Romita Sr. Love it. So again, each one has a forward by Stan Lee. Each hero or villain, sorry. So it's not. So awesome, yeah. So if you see them, pick them up because they're great books, and I really enjoy reading them because it's a lot easier to breaking out your comics and going through those. Batman 145, just a very cool looking book from the 60s. So it's more of a jovial Batman and a less, heinous Joker. Just good fun, and these I love these books. As I don't know if a lot of you are aware, well, I think I should mention in my last video that I've kind of got rid of all my bronze and newer, so I'm literally left with silver and gold because those are my favourite period in time for comics. I mean, that's when in my personal opinion, that's when the artwork was fantastic, and Kirby, Infantino, Murphy, Anderson, I can go on and on and on. I think there was just some great books released at the time, so I kind of want to focus my time and effort on those, because at the end of the day I was picking up so much stuff and kind of getting caught up with the hype that I was buying a load of books that were worth a bit of money at one point, and then a week later and just pumping money for no reason. So now I want to really be smart with my purchases and actually have a nice refined collection of books that I can go back to over and over again and just enjoy them for what they are. So yeah, a bit of golden age here. So this is Superman issue number 83. Again, it's just a very cool looking book. It's actually in very nice condition considering it's from 1952. For a black book, it's actually got a really nice spine. It's a gorgeous looking book. I don't know if this is Plastino, I can't remember, but yeah, I could look at these books all day long. These are just beautiful books. And back to Silver Age with Mr. Ditko, Creeper number 2, just a very typical Ditko cover, just an awesome cover. Look at it. This is why I love him so much, because the stuff he was doing that was it was so like, what's the word? I don't know what I'm looking for. It's just like, whoa, trippy, psychedelic, man. And it's just a very unique. I hadn't seen any cover like this with loads of zoomed in faces and with the eyes. I think it's just a great looking book. That really caught my eye when I saw that, and so did this. Dolphin 17. Oh, sorry, Showcase number 79. First appearance of Dolphin. Just an awesome looking cover. I'm a cover guy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If the cover's great. Regardless of how, if the story's good or bad, I'm going to buy it because these are individual pieces of art. You can just. I've looked at these books probably today about 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I've lost count, and then over the last week since I've had them, just been going back and forth with them. They're just awesome. Silver Surfer number 14, Spider-Man crossover. This is one that's eluded me for a while. First time I've had this in my collection, and glad to have it finally. It seems to be one of the more pricier ones. The higher up the grade spectrum you go, so this is a nice mid-grade copy. Really happy with it. This is kind of, they moved away from the square-bound books after the first few, so they went back to kind of the regular staple books, bringing the price down to 15 cents from 25 cents from the first few. I always notice these Spider-Man crossovers, or any crossovers really, whenever they go into another title, always seem to drive the price up a little bit as well, but especially the Spider-Man ones. So really, really happy to have it, and kind of it's going really well now. My Silver Surfer run from that 1 to 18, so I've got 2, 3, 4, now 14. Just need to keep powering through. The latter ones are easier to get. It's just that I just need number 1 now, and then I think those are the hardest ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get at a decent price. I know I said I don't really collect Bronze Age, but I don't really consider this as a Bronze Age book purely because it's a Alex Schomburg cover. It's amazing. It's so typical of his work. If you look at his old Captain America books and his Young Allies and so on and so forth, they've all got this kind of vibe going on, especially with Submariner, Torch, Cap. Obviously, he did a lot of work on those heroes, so he's kind of done an homage to himself, I suppose, with the Invaders. So I love this book. So yeah, I might be a hypocrite saying I don't really like Bronze Age, but I don't really consider this a Bronze Age book. Gorgeous. Again, I could look at this all day. And then we've got Marvel Index of Spider-Man. So this kind of tells you the background from 1 to, I think, late 20s, early 30s of Spider-Man. So basically the Ditko run. So it's got all the information, who was in it, synopsis, etc., etc. And it's actually got a cool front cover by Byrne, but I obviously bought it because of the Ditko Amazing Fantasy cover. So I'll show you Byrne's one, which is nice as well. Which is pretty cool, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. So yeah, that's why I bought it. Put that away. You can keep looking at Mr. Schomburg's art while I put that away. So I finally got all the books for my contest. I now kind of need to come up with an idea for the contest. I don't really know what to do. Everyone does some really good ones, but I feel like all the good ones have been done now. So everyone's on all these different tags, and I don't really want to regurgitate another tag that someone's done recently. So I really need to rack my brains. I might just say, I don't know. I've got to think. I don't know. I really don't know. But that is next on the agenda. So this is pretty funny. So this is Wizard number 1. So this is the first ever Wizard that came out in 91. And I was flicking through it. And what did I see? Yeah, they're hot books. The hot book alerts. What do they call them? The hot books to watch out. New hot comics. It's actually really cool. The old Wizards. Never really have any Wizards. It's the first one I had, and managed to get number 1. A friend gave it to me for free as well, so I can't complain. That's pretty cool. Farlane poster. What am I looking for? Look at Will Portasio. Look at Rob Liefeld. He looks like an absolute. Makes me laugh. He looks like a juvenile delinquent there, but little do we know he created Mr. Deadpool, and here we are. Right. Anyway, right. This is what I want to show you. So, Wizards Comic Watch for 1991. The books that they say you should look out for that are going to spike in value. First one, Mega Men 3, First Lobo. And then the second one, X Factor 24, First Archangel. So I find it quite funny that even in 1991 they're still talking about the same books that we are today. So it goes to show you nothing really changes. And if the bubble crashed in 91, then who knows what's going to happen in 2016, 2017, who knows. I know a lot of guys are talking about it. Comics Reader and such had a video posted recently about it. So it'll be interesting to see actually what does happen to the market. So yeah. Sip of beer. Wet the throat. Right. Oh, look at that. Action Comics 28. Beautiful book. This is one of 2 books I got from one of my dealer friends. I did a deal with him. I sold him, or I traded him, actually a lot of more modern stuff for him to take to convention and such. And there's a big stack of books. I don't know, 100, 150, and but they're all modern stuff. You know, Walking Deads and recent Walking Dead, 101s, whatever, 102s. I can't remember what they were, but nonetheless, I was able to come up with 2 beautiful Golden Age books. This is the first one. So yeah, Action 28. What I really like about this book is, one, I love the old Action logo for a start. But secondly, this is quite reminiscent of Detective 27. So you've got Superman coming down from the right-hand side onto the roof with the 2 villains there, which is great. That's why I love it. I love this kind of it's a lot more simplistic and more pop arty, and that's what I really love about it. It's the art that really catches me more than I'm an art man as opposed to the writing. I mean, I do enjoy reading the stories, but for me, it's the art that I love more. So that's why I love the covers and the Golden Age and Silver Age art style. I absolutely love. So yeah. Then we've got Captain America 113. It's another Steranko masterpiece for Marvel. The Death of Captain America. Again, it's the book I've been after for the longest time, and it's eluded me for so long, and I finally managed to get it a couple of weeks ago. So over the moon to have it. One I can cross off the checklist. Just a gorgeous looking book. I mean, it's got its flaws. It's got writing at the top there, and where else? It had some. I think that was it. It was just the writing there. But yeah, really, really happy to have it in great condition as well. And from the same guy, I got this first Tiger Shark Subby #5. But these books, I love them. The more and more I started looking at this Submariner run, the more I want to collect them. John Buscema, some of the books, especially the one #6 is even better. #6 is probably one of my favourite Silver Age covers. It's amazing. I just missed out today, annoyingly, on a nice high grade copy, but I'm sure most of you know it, though. But yeah, it's an amazing. It's again Tiger Shark and Submariner kind of in a duel together, in a face off. But yeah, that's my next one. But can't go wrong with a bit of Buscema. And this is the second book I got off my friend. So I got the Action off him, and I got Superman 36. Again, it's just nothing special. It's just a funny, looking book. To be fair, again, it's a typical Golden Age book. It's a very it's not action at all. There's no action at all. He's looking in the fridge. Don't know what he's doing. Drops your bananas and your apples. That's probably why she's so angry at him. He's not very. He's melting it with his finger. God, I've only just realised. God. Had too many beers, but yeah, very cool. Last 2 books, well, Raw books anyway. Wiz Comics 36, it's the World War II Wiz, so Captain Marvel appearance in World War II. You can see there, you've got the Nazi, well, you can't really see, but anyway. I never really used to even look for Captain Marvel books, but the more and more I kind of look into it, it's got a cool history, especially with the whole DC versus Fawcett and suing Fawcett and putting Captain Marvel out of business and yada yada, and then them buying the rights or whatever, and now producing Shazam. But yeah, they're actually pretty fun reads. They're not serious. They're just, again, typical of the time period, which is, it's like a little time capsule back to how the kids were back in the day. So again, a gorgeous looking book, and again, the gradients, the colours, fantastic, great colour schemes. And the final Raw book was another one I've been after for a while, which is X-Men 35, Along Came the Spider. story. So this is a great cover. Spider-Man dropping in against the X-Men. X-Men's a title that I want to beef up, especially the pre 94 X-Men, or even before that, because obviously they started reprinting these stories before 94 and onwards. So I want to get the first original kind of run of X-Men 1 to, I can't remember what the number was, but the first 50, 60 issues before they start reprinting. Again, because I love Kirby's art. I mean, you either love, a lot of people don't really like the earlier ones. They love the Claremont and Byrne and that run. But for me, no, I love the original stuff as well. More so, I've actually, to be fair, I picked up the Marvel Omnibus of the Bronze Age stuff because they are great. You can't deny that those are great works of art, and to be fair, the stories are great as well. So I picked it up in a hardback omnibus, getting rid of all the raw ones. So, but these ones I want to have, I want the raw copies. Right, onto the slabs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the one I got most recently. I got this yesterday actually. This is Hulk 6 from the first series, CGC 5.5. I've been quite lucky. I've been managed to get these all under GPA, which is no mean feat, let me tell you, especially in the UK where dealers, they just look at other eBay listings and seem to go by that as opposed to looking at GPA and what books actually go for. So yeah, I was able to find these books all on the GPA, which is great. But this is a Ditko cover. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong Ditko doing the Hulk. So this is the book again I've been after for a while. This one especially because getting carried away with my hands. This is the book that I've wanted for ages, purely because of one, it's Ditko, but two, the original 1 to 6 are great books, and they're becoming impossible to get now, and for a decent price. Hulk 1 is just absolutely blown up. I remember when I first got back into collecting in about 2009. It was obtainable. Now it's beyond a lot of collectors' reach, and even like 2.0s, 1.5s. Oh my gosh, they're still commanding big chunks of money. So hopefully, I'll be able to get one day. But I'm not holding my breath. Gorgeous book though. And then Fantastic Four number 36. First Frightful Four and Medusa. Managed to get this in 8.0. Got it for a good deal on eBay. I trawl eBay now, literally. I'm on it. I think I'm on eBay like 3-4 times a day, looking at new listings. What's been listed? Straight boom. Silver Age, new listings. See, and I'm getting bored, but but then you come across gems like this. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you're after these kind of books, just keep refreshing eBay, because you never know what's going to pop up. So yeah, really, again, happy to have that. What have we got here? Right, again, Mr. Ditko, Mysterious Suspense number 1, my first Charlton book. This is the first solo question story for Ditko. Managed to get this in a 9.2. Got this from another UK based dealer, not on eBay thankfully. This is such a typical Ditko book as well. Just the artwork. Even if you aren't the biggest Ditko fan, I reckon 9 times out of 10 they'd guess who it was, because it was just, it's just typical of his work. The way he draws his faces and such, the details and the lines he uses. Yeah, really happy to have that. So the next one is one that I actually submitted myself. So it's my first ever CGC submission. And to be fair, I'm actually quite happy with the grade. Don't know if you can see it. But came back and I know. Can't go wrong with Ditko, high grade Ditko Spider-Man. Yeah, I couldn't believe it actually when it came back at that as well. I mean, I knew it was a good book because when I bought it at the Super Comic Con, I knew it was high grade, but I didn't think it was 9.0. So yeah, nice, really sharp corners. The only thing that I thought would be an issue is there. You can see the the recess of the staples, but that's probably what prevented it from being a high grade. To be fair, because other than that, it's a great looking book. It's got white pages. You can't really ask for more. So yeah, so the final thing. It's not actually a book, although it is CGC'd. It is a page from a comic. Any guesses? I don't normally buy stuff like this, but I couldn't resist. It is from Batman 1, page 50. I know some of you are like, oh, focus. Some of you are cringing. But I thought this was awesome. You know, I probably will never get a chance to own a Batman 1. So when I saw this, again, popped up on eBay, new listing, I thought, okay, let me make an offer. I managed to knock £100 off the asking price, which is good. So yeah, the reason I got it, because I mean, you do see these pages on eBay, or not on eBay, but anywhere, you know, CGC boards or wherever, all the time. But the reason I got it was obviously because it actually had Batman on it. So this is obviously the last page of the story. Yeah, I've read this page about 500 times so far. So stoked to have it though. Regardless, because there you go. You know, you got a great picture of Batman there. Bob Kane's there, signature there. The back's obviously, because it's page 15, it's just text. It's a story, I guess. But yeah, that's why I bought it. So that's my haul, and I'm sticking to it. Like I said, I don't know if I said this in this take or the last take I did, but about the contest, I can't remember. But yeah, I've got the books ready. It's now trying to think of an idea for what to do for it. But I'll get back to you ASAP. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching as always and interacting with me. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I said it in this take or the last take, but I'm going to the Comic Mart. London Comic Mart on Sunday, so if you're based in London, you're coming down, it'd be good to say hi. And yeah, I'll try and get that contest video up ASAP once I've thought of a good idea, because I don't want to regurgitate stuff people have done, as I said, or I don't know if I've said it, but there you go. Alright, cheers guys.